Good morning. Welcome to day number 6 here at the FGCL in Bradenton, Florida at the Palmasola Softball Complex here on field number 2. I'm Tom Canterbury. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning for the first of 3 as we start things off with the Rodeo taking on the Loggerheads. Lakewood Ranch Rodeo, the visiting team, and here is their lineup. 2-2 on the year on a 2-game losing streak, tied for 7th in FGCL play under head coach Allie Lindenham. Leading things off is the second baseman Cash Herber with Sam Walls, the left fielder, batting second. Montgomery Henderson, first base, batting third. Sadie Armstrong, third base, batting fourth. Batting fifth is Cameron Allen, the right fielder. Batting sixth is the starting pitcher, Carly Meredith. Maggie Place, the designated player, will bat seventh. Danielle Franz, catching, batting eighth. Daniela Monaco, center fielder, batting ninth. And Grace Taylor, the shortstop, will bat 10th. They'll face in the circle for the Loggerheads, the right-handed freshman out of Oklahoma State, Michaela Smith. So far here in FGCL play, Smith will be making her 4th appearance. She's pitched 5 innings, does not have a record. 5 runs allowed. They've all been earned, 7 ERA. 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 6 walks. Defensively, for the Loggerheads, Nelson in left, Mazzola in center, Volgraff in right, Beldowicz at third, Vandernoth at short, Catanelli at second, Lewis at first with Piscata catching Smith. Stanton and Ginn are the DPs and extra hitters. Cash Herber to lead things off for the Rodeo to get things underway here on this sunny morning. 85 degrees at first pitch. Here comes the first pitch, and it's low for ball 1. Loggerheads coming off of a run rule defeat by the Skeeters yesterday afternoon in 6 innings. It was Skeeters 17, Loggerheads 9. 2-0 now the count on Herber. Rodeo had a opposite game after the Loggerheads had the slugfest. Before that, it was a pitching duel. Snowbirds beat the Rodeo 3-1 yesterday afternoon. Herber batting 417 on the year here in FGCL play. Takes that for a called strike. She's 5 of 12 with 2 runs scored, 3 runs driven in, has a double, and a stolen base. And we'll take the leadoff walk to start things off. And I'll bring up the left fielder, Sam Walls. First pitch is inside. Walls 1 for 6 so far here in the FGCL. She scored a couple of runs, and she's walked once with a stolen base. Coming up next here on field number 2, we'll have the Snowbirds and the Squeeze. And we'll wrap things up with the Swashbucklers and the Impact. That one's lined to second. The catch is made on the fly, and a double up off Herber on first base. Petzolini came in, made that catch, and Herber too far off the bag, and that's a line-out double play. 2 gone here in the first inning. So now 2 out, nobody on for the first baseman, Montgomery Henderson. First pitch is a strike. Henderson 2 of 5. so far here in the FGCL. She has a double and a couple of walks. OBP sitting at 571. I think we're about to wrap up the first full week of play in FGCL. That one's fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes. These two teams specifically, tomorrow, the Rodeo will take on the Slice. That's on field 2 at noon. Loggerheads will take on the Finns at 2:30 on field 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Now it's taken to left field, and there to make the catch is Nelson for out number 3 to retire the side. So the line-out double play squashes what could have been a big inning for the Rodeo here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played a half inning. It's the Rodeo nothing. Loggerheads coming to bat. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the first inning. No score between the Rodeo and the Loggerheads. And here is the starting lineup for the Sarasota Loggerheads. They are 2-2 on the year. Also on a 2-game losing streak. Also tied for 7th. Both these teams won their first 2 games of league play and have dropped 2 entering today's game. For head coach Danielle Watson, the starting lineup starts with Morgan Volgroff, right fielder, with Ava Vandernoth, the shortstop, batting second. Caroline Stanton, designated player, bats third. Alexandria Cutinelli, second base, batting fourth. Brooke Pisciata, catching, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Lexi Beldowitz, third baseman. Chloe Nelson, left field, batting seventh. Sophie Mazzola, the center fielder, will bat eighth. Batting ninth is Rebecca Lewis, the first baseman, and Sophia Jen, extra hitter, will bat 10th. They'll face in the circle for the Rodeo, the right-handed freshman from the University of Virginia, Carly Meredith. First pitch misses for ball 1. Meredith making her 4th appearance for the Rodeo. She's pitched 11 innings with a 1-0 record. 3 runs allowed, 1 has been earned. A .64 ERA, 5 hits, 14 Ks, and a walk so far. Pitching well to start things off here in the Florida Gulf Coast League. Volgraff, 2 of 6 so far in FGCL play with 3 runs scored, has an RBI and a double. Defensively for the Rodeo, Walls in left, Monaco in center, Allen in right, Armstrong at third, Taylor at short, Herbert at second, Henderson at first, Franz catching, Meredith pitching, in place is the DP. Fouled away. Volgraf checked her swing. Did not go on the check swing, and that'll be a leadoff walk to Morgan Volgraf. So like the Rodeo did in the top of the first inning, a leadoff walk for the Loggerheads here in the bottom. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ava Vandernoth. Vandernoth, 2 of 5 with a hit by pitch so far here in the league. That bunt is down the third base line. Armstrong fields and throws, but the ball is not caught cleanly by Herber, and she did not pick it up in time. So that'll be an E4. Putting runners now on first and second with nobody out. First pitch to Caroline Stanton is outside for ball 1. Stanton, 2 of 6 in league play with 4 runs scored, 3 runs driven in, has a home run and a walk. Waved at a miss there. As a team, the Loggerheads entering today's game, batting .387. They've scored 39 runs. They've hit 6 home runs. Team OBP of .480 as Stanton swings and misses there. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Stanton down on strikes, and that's a big first out for Carly Meredith here in the first inning. Brings up Alexandria Cutnelli. Cutnelli, 4 of 9, batting .444 in the league with 2 runs scored, 9 runs driven in, has 2 home runs and 2 walks. Just down the count 0-2 here. 1 out, runners on first and second. No score in the bottom of the first inning. That's fouled away. Another 0-2. Hard hit ball to third. Armstrong will step on third and throw to first. And just as the Loggerheads did in the top of the first inning, the Rodeo turns a double play here in the bottom of the first and keeps the Loggerheads off the board. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left. We played an inning. Still 0-0 between the Rodeo and the Loggerheads. This is the FGCL. No scores. We head to the top of the second inning. Sadie Armstrong to lead things off for the Rodeo, and the first pitch misses for ball one. Armstrong batting .250. She's 2 of 8 with a run scored, 2 runs driven in, has a home run. Takes a strike there, ball and 2 strikes. Michaela Smith in the circle for the Loggerheads. Freshman at Oklahoma State this past season from Needville, Texas. Only made one appearance for Oklahoma State this past season. It was in super regional play against Nebraska, where in an inning and a third, gave up 4 hits and 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks and no strikeouts. Issues a walk here. Start things off. Second straight inning, the Rodeo have led off the inning with a walk. So now you have Armstrong on first, and Cameron Allen will be the batter. That bunt is down, and it will be a foul ball. Just spun foul out of the right-handed batter's box. Allen, so far here in the FGCL, batting .286. She's 2 of 7 with an RBI. Swings and misses there. No balls and 2 strikes on her. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. After the leadoff walk, the bounce back strikeout for Michaela Smith, and that will bring up the opposing pitcher, Carly Meredith. First pitch fouled away. Meredith 0 for 3 so far here in the league. Meredith stays alive with that foul ball. Over on field 1, they're in the top of the second inning, and the Finns have taken a 2-0 lead over the Aquanauts. The rough start of the season continues for Anna Maria. That one's lined to short, and the catch is made. Armstrong not too far off this time, and there's 2 gone. That will now bring up That is a player, Maggie Place. Place 1 for 1 with a run scored and hit by pitch so far here in FGCL play at the plate. And takes a called strike. Checked her swing, I believe, but she went too. But it was in the zone anyway. 2-out runner on first. Off leadoff walk for Sadie Armstrong. Takes that inside, 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Place takes this to left field on the run and unable to come up with it is Nelson. Bounces in front. Armstrong will take third. And now taking second on the throw is Place. Will be a single for Place. And runners on second and third. Now with 2 out. Now we'll bring up Danielle Franz. First pitch is a strike. Franz 3 of 7. 429 the average with 2 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. Has a home run and a walk in FGCL play. But pops this one up. Catch is made by Smith, and that'll do it for the Rodeo here in the second inning. They get 2 runners in scoring position, but can't get them in. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Still 0-0 between the Rodeo and the Loggerheads. This is the FGCL. Brooke Prescott leading things off for the Loggerheads here in the second. 5-6-7 due up. Facing Carly Meredith back out in the circle for the rodeo. Escada, 4 of 13. 308 the average, and that's a fly ball to left. Underneath it to make the catch is Walls for the first out of the inning. They'll bring up Lexi Beldowitz. Beldowitz, 5 of 10. 3 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, has a home run and 3 walks so far here in the FGCL. OBP of 615. He's down the count here, 0-2. Again, fly ball, this time to shallow left field. Charging in is Walls. She'll make the play, and there's 2 away. Carly Meredith in the circle for the rodeo. Right-handed freshman out of the University of Virginia from Kaukauna, Wisconsin, where she was 3-time Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year. She redshirted at UVA this past year. Chloe Nelson now the batter. First pitch high and away for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. No score here in the bottom of the second inning. Nelson is 2 of 6 here in the league so far with the 2 runs scored and 3 walks. That's fouled away. Reaches out and fouls that one away. Spoils it, stays alive. Another fly ball to left field. And 3 putouts in the inning for Sam Walls. And that'll do it for the Loggerheads here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played 2. Still 0-0 between the Rodeo and the Loggerheads. This is the FGCL. 0-0 as we head to the top of the third inning. Rodeo has 9-10-1 due up. Starting with Daniela Monaco. Kayla Smith back out for her third inning in the circle, and the first pitch is in the dirt. 4-1. Monaco, 3 of 11 so far here in the FGCL. 273 the average. All 3 hits have been doubles for her. This is a game where neither team has been able to gain much offensive momentum. Both teams hitting 2 double plays in the first inning. Brody got 2 runners in scoring position in the second, but couldn't get them in, and Loggerheads went down in order in their half of the second inning. 2-hopper to short. The stop made. The throw is not in time from Vandernoff, and that'll be an infield single for Daniela Monaco, her first hit of the year. That's not a double. So Monaco on first. That will bring up the shortstop, Grace Taylor. First pitch swung on and missed. 4 strike 1. Taylor 3 of 6 with a run scored and an RBI. Has a stolen base and a walk here in the league. Puts that bunt down, and it's almost caught barehandedly by Piscata behind home plate. Been an interesting judgment call there by the umpire, if that was popped up high enough to be a catch and an out had you been able to make that play, or if it had been a foul tip. Not my decision. That hits the outside corner for a called strike 3. One away, runner on first, and we head back to the top of the order, and Cash Herber. She walked her first time. Herber, redshirt sophomore at Northwestern State in 2026, and she is in the transfer portal. Second year member of the Rodeo. From Stillwater, Oklahoma. In the FGCL last year, batted 194, 7 of 36, had an RBI, a couple of doubles. In 2026, for the Demons of Northwestern State, she went 0 for 12 with 2 RBIs, 5 runs scored. Fouls that one off. Started her career at Pittsburgh State, where she redshirted before transferring to Northwestern State. Her sister is Boo Herber, and she is a South Carolina signee. Ground ball to second. They'll throw to second for 1. Won't be able to turn the double play, but gets the lead runner, and there's 2 away on the fielder's choice. So now 2 outs to the runner on first for Sam Walls. And that's a ground ball. That's going to get through for a base hit into right field. Just reached out with a half swing and guided it through the 3-4 hole for the base knock. And runners now on first and second with 2 outs. For Montgomery Henderson. Henderson's 0 for 1, had a fly out her first time. So now the Oklahoma State teammates facing off. The first pitch misses inside for ball 1. Henderson, a freshman at Oklahoma State this past year from Katy, Texas. Not only teammates in the same class. And that hit off the knob of the bat for a foul ball. Henderson, a Katy, Texas native. Who in all aspects of her life, except for softball, is left-handed. Which does everything softball right-handed. Was 9 of 23 at the plate for Oklahoma State this past year. Batted .391, 3 RBIs, a double, couple of runs scored. Has a brother. His name is Memphis. So you have Memphis and Montgomery Henderson. Was a number 4 infielder in her class, according to Extra Inning Softball. And that one is driven to deep left field. That one's way back. Way gone. And Montgomery Henderson takes her teammate deep. A 3-run shot. And the Rodeo lead at 3-0. First pitch to Sadie Armstrong is a strike. For Henderson in the FGCL, that's her first home run and her first 3 RBIs of the year. Armstrong walked her first time. Sophomore this past season at Longwood, originally from Portland, Maine. Down on strikes, and that'll do it for the Rodeo here in the 3rd inning, but they get on the board. A 3-run homer by Montgomery Henderson. 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 3rd, 3-0. Rodeo with the lead. This is the FGCL. Sophie Mazzola takes the first pitch she sees right back up the middle for a base hit in the center field to lead things off here in the third. There's Loggerheads tried to answer back after the Rodeo took the 3-0 lead in the top of the third inning. Rebecca Lewis now the batter, and she fouls the first pitch away for strike one. Carly Meredith back out now for her third inning work for the Rodeo. Lewis 1 of 9 with 2 runs scored, has an RBI and a walk so far here in the first week of play of the FGCL, but swings and misses there. 4 strike 3. So runner on first, 1 away for Sophia Jin. Extra hitter. Takes first pitch high for ball 1. Jin batting .429, 3 of 7. She scored 6 times. She has a double and 3 walks. Line drive, that's down for a base hit up the middle. Throw will come in to keep the runner at second, but 2 singles in the inning from the bottom of the order put runners on first and second with 1 out for the Loggerheads. Back to the top of the order in the right fielder, Morgan Volgraff. Three runs on 4 hits, an error, and 2 left for the Rodeo. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left for the Loggerheads. Both their hits have come in this inning. Volgraff, a sophomore in 2026 at Fordham, takes the first pitch for a strike. From Langhorne, Pennsylvania. That ball bounces away, and both runners will advance on the wild pitch. Fordham, the A10 conference champs this season. It's fouled away. And Volgraff batted .280 for him, 42 of 150 with 11 RBIs, had a home run, 3 doubles, scored 18 times. Foul tips that one into the glove for strike 3. Now 2 out for the shortstop, Ava Vandernoth. Reached on an error her first time up. First pitch misses for ball 1. Vandernoth, a teammate of Volgraff at Fordham. She was a sophomore in 2026 as well. Same class. For Fordham this past year, batted .197, 14 of 71 with 10 RBIs, had a double and a run scored. Lines this to third. Catch is made by Armstrong. And that'll do it for the Loggerheads here in the third inning as they get a couple runners into scoring position but can't get them in to answer the Rodeo's 3 in the top of the third. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We played 3, still 3-0. Rodeo with the lead. This is the FGCL. Three nothing Rodeo as we head to the fourth inning, and we'll see a new pitcher come in for the Loggerheads. Michaela Smith will turn things over to Caroline Stanton. Smith went 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs are all earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. That's a foul ball down the first base line on the first pitch. Stanton making her 3rd appearance for the Loggerheads this season in FGCL play. She's pitched 5 innings with a 0-1 record. It's given up 1 run, it was earned. 1.40 the ERA with a hit, 3 Ks, and a walk. Facing Cameron Allen in the at the plate. Allen 0 for 1, struck out her first time. Stanton, a freshman at Florida this past year and redshirted after early enrolling from Buford, Georgia. Number 1 recruit of the 2026 signing class by Softball America. Was the 2026 Gatorade National Player of the Year. Counts full against Cameron Allen. That just missed for ball 4. And a leadoff walk issued to Cameron Allen. Start things off here in the 4th inning. I do have a feeling that Cameron Stanton will be a big part of the pitching staff for Florida in 2027 and the tutelage of Tim Walton and Stephanie Van Brakel Prothro. That pitch to Carly Meredith, fouled away for strike 1. Fly ball to center field after taking a couple steps in. Now going back is Mazzola. She'll make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Maggie Place. She singled her first time. First pitch is the ball. Place, a junior this past year at Grand Canyon, part of the pitching staff that led Grand Canyon to the NCAA tournament. Into the transfer portal and is headed to North Texas. Started her career at Oklahoma Baptist from Washington, Oklahoma. She was the 2025 Great American Conference Freshman of the Year at Oklahoma Baptist before transferring to Grand Canyon. For the Lopes, had a 2.31 ERA and a 7-0 record. Did not bat for them, getting some at-bats here in league play. Off speed comes in too low. And the count's full, 3-2. That's fouled off. We'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on first. Rodeo trying to add to their 3-0 lead as we play here in the top of the 4th inning. And that's the second walk of the inning. Danielle Watson will come out to talk things over with Stanton, as we'll see a courtesy runner. Cash Herber will come out to run for Place. It's gotten out of hand over on field 1. They are in the top of the 4th inning, and the Finns lead the Aquanauts 10-0. First pitch to Danielle Franz is a strike. Franz 0 for 1, popped out her first time. Sophomore in 2026 at Lindenwood. Franz fouls that one back. From Rockton, Illinois. For Lindenwood this past year was 7 of 30. Batted .233 with 9 RBIs, a home run and a double. Kept the Lindenwood season alive with a walk-off RBI single in the 2026 LVC tournament against Southeastern Missouri. Highlight of the season for her. Can recite the alphabet backwards. Fouls that one off. Takes that one low for ball 4. And that's the third walk of the inning. So now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Daniela Monaco. She singled her first time and gets another base hit here. 1 run will score. The throw will come in to keep the next runner at third. So that's an RBI single for Daniela Monaco. Bases remain loaded with 1 out. And the Rodeo now lead at 4-0. First pitch is a called strike to Grace Taylor. She struck out her first time. We have a courtesy runner now for Franz on second. Riley Haith running. You can get the courtesy runners for pitchers and catchers. That's outside. 2 balls and a strike on Taylor. Sophomore in 2026 at UIC, Illinois Chicago. Takes that for a called strike. 2-2. She transferred to UIC from App State from Downers Grove, Illinois. The second year rodeo. The 2-2 pitch is outside. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit into center field. 1 run will score. Here comes Haith. She will score as well. And that's a 2 RBI single from Grace Taylor as the bottom of the order adds to the lead for the Rodeo. It's now 6-0. Samantha White getting her first at-bat of the day now for the Rodeo. Takes the first pitch for a ball. And White goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. So 2 out now, runners on first and second for Sam Walls. And the first pitch is a strike. Walls is 1 for 2. Lined into a double play in the first, single and scored in the third inning. A wild pitch will put both runners in the scoring position. Back to Stanton in the circle. The throw is not going to be in time. And everyone's safe, and now coming in to score is Monaco. Monaco did not break from third. And then, so that made Taylor have to run back to second. All right, they're going to challenge the play at second base. So hold on 1 second. After a challenge, the call is upheld at second base. It's now 7-0 on the RBI single by Sam Walls. And Montgomery Henderson is the batter. Henderson took her college teammate at Oklahoma State, Michaela Smith, deep for a 3-run homer her last time up. 1 for 2 on the day with that home run. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. And that's grounded to deep short. The stop made. The throw is going to be in time from Vandernoff for out number 3 to retire the side. But it was another big inning for the Rodeo here in the 4th as they get 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors. And 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 7-0. Rodeo with the lead. This is the FGCL. Caroline Stanton leading things off for the Loggerheads here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Rodeo's taking a 7-0 lead. 3 runs in the third and 4 in the fourth for the Rodeo. And we'll see a new pitcher in the circle for Lakewood Ranch, as Carly Meredith will give way to Sadie Armstrong. Armstrong moving from third to the circle. Madeline Miller now the new third baseman and new catcher as well, Caroline Glover, for the Rodeo. Carly Meredith went 3 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. That's grounded through for a base knock for Caroline Stanton as she tries to get the rally rolling for the Loggerheads. And now a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Armstrong on the year, making her 3rd appearance for the Rodeo. She's pitched 7 innings. 0-1 the record, 5 runs allowed, none of them have been earned. First pitch to Alexandria Cutnelli is fouled away. 7 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts on the season so far for Armstrong. Morgan Clark takes off from first and will steal second. So 0-2 the count on Cutnelli. That is a fair ball over the third base bag. Clark will round third. She'll come in to score. And Cutnelli stands on second with an RBI double. Down the third base line, right over the third base bag. And Loggerheads are on the board. I'll bring up Brooke Pisciata. 0 for 1. She had a fly out her first time. First pitch floats in for a called strike. Pisciata, a junior at UNLV in 2026. She transferred to UNLV from Utah Tech. Saw limited action for the Rebels this past year. Again, is in the transfer portal. Called strike, 2-2. Shota fouls that one away. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Checks her swing on 1 in the dirt, and the count is full, 3-2. Ground ball to first. collected, and Henderson will win the race to first base for the first out of the inning. Runner moves to third, but there's now one gone. First pitch to Lexi Beldowitz is a called strike. Beldowitz, a freshman at USF this past season, and is into the transfer portal from Oviedo, Florida. Waits on that one and lines it to left. That's down for a base hit just over Taylor's head at short. Coming in to score is Catalini. And the Loggerheads have now pulled within 5 at 7-2. Now bring up Chloe Nelson. She's over 1 with a fly out. Nelson, a sophomore at Dodge City in 2026, where she batted .347, 42 of 121, 38 RBIs, had 4 homers, 3 triples, 9 doubles, and 41 runs scored. Grounds this one to second. Backhanded stop made. The throw from second, not in time to turn the double play, but does get the lead runner, and there's 2 gone. I'll bring up Sophie Mazzola. Singled her first time. Called strike, 1-1. Mazzola from Eureka, Missouri, a sophomore in 2026 at Washington, where she was on the 2026 Big Ten All-Tournament team for the Huskies. Fouls that one off. For UW this year, batted .322, 37 of 115, 20 RBIs with 3 homers, a triple, 9 doubles, and 27 runs scored. That's a fly ball and foul ground, left-hand side. It will get out of play. Sophie, of course, sister with Grazia Mazzola, both here in the FGCL and at the University of Washington. Waits on that one, fouls it off. We'll do it again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner on first, 7-2 the score. Rodeo with the lead over the Loggerheads. 1-2 is lined to center on the run and unable to come up with it. It bounces in front of the center fielder. Trying to take third and sliding in safely is Nelson, which will allow the throw will allow Mazzola to take second. So the single. Runners now on second and third. And Loggerhead coach Danielle Watson will go to the scorecard and pinch hit here. Grazia Mazzola will try to follow up what her sister just did. First pitch is high for ball one. Grazia Mazzola, 3 of 7 here in the FGCL. 429 the average with 3 runs scored, 4 runs driven in, has a homer and a double along with 3 walks. Trying to get the Loggerheads really back in it here. They've scored 2 in the inning. Off speed comes in a bit high. Called strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That drops in for a called strike 3. And the off speed gets Armstrong out of it here in the 4th inning. Loggerheads played a couple of runs. They get 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and 2 left. We played 4. It's 7-2. Rodeo with the lead. This is the FGCL. We head to the top of the 5th inning, 7-2. Rodeo with the lead. Armstrong, Allen, and Meredith due up for the Rodeo here. 4-5-6 against Caroline Stanton in the circle. That's to the backstop. Armstrong is 0 for 1. walked in the second, and struck out in the third. Armstrong waves and misses there, 2-2. That one hits the outside corner for a called strike 3. Caroline Santon here in her second inning of relief. Gets the strikeout to start things off in the 5th inning. Now we'll bring up Cameron Allen, the right fielder. 0 for 1, struck out in the second, walked and scored in the 4th. That one misses inside for ball 1.
I'll be back in an hour. Write them down.
Called strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts looking for the Rodeo here in the 5th. Now brings up Carly Meredith. She's 0 for 2 with a line out and a fly out. First pitch to her is fouled away for strike 1. It's a final over on field 1. Finns knock off the Aquanauts 10-0 in 5 innings. And the walk is issued to Meredith, putting a runner on first with 2 outs. For Maggie Place, 1 for 1, singled in the second, walked in the 4th, and her pinch runner came around to score. Takes that one in the dirt. So that win for the Finns moved them to 4-1 on the year. And the Aquanauts, the defending league champion, are now 0-5. One of 2 winless teams in FGCL play. Along with the Circus, the only undefeated team is the Slice. Place takes that one a little outside. And that's high for ball 4. So 2 straight strikeouts to start off the inning, and then now 2 straight walks. That put runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Cameron Allen will come in to run now for Maggie Place. Fly ball deep center field, and that's off the very top of the wall. Coming in to score is Herber. And that's an RBI single off the top of the wall by Caroline Glover. So Herber scored. Cameron Allen is now on second. Danielle Monaco at the plate. And she will draw the walk. And Cash Herber is running on second now for Glover. Monaco drew the walk. Bases are loaded. It's 8-2. And Grace Taylor is the batter. Taylor 1 for 2, had a 2 RBI single in the fourth and a strikeout in the third. The Rodeo have got to run back. It's now a 6-run lead, 8-2, and Grace Taylor with an opportunity here as that first pitch is a called strike. To maybe put this one in ended early territory. Oh, she hit that twice. So that'll be a foul ball because she was still in the batter's box when she did it. That's not something you'll see very often. One ball, 2 strikes to count. It's a fly ball to the left. Nelson is there. She'll make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. So the Rodeo score a run here in the 5th inning, but leave them loaded with an opportunity to add more. But the Rodeo get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors. And 3 left. We stretch here on field 2. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 8-2 the score here on the FG. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Rodeo with an 8-2 lead. 8 runs on 8 hits with an error and 7 left for the Rodeo. 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and 5 left for the Loggerheads. Sophia Jen leading things off for the Loggerheads here. 10-1-2 due up. Sadie Armstrong in her 2nd inning of relief. Jen, a Danville, California native, a freshman in 2026 at Stanford. For the Cardinal in 2026 was 5 of 15, scored 13 runs. 444 the OBP, scored stole 3 bases. And takes a walk here. So leadoff walk for Sophia Jin, back to the top of the order, and Morgan Volgraf. Volgraf's 0 for 1, walked in the 1st and struck out in the 3rd. Armstrong having trouble finding the strike zone here in the bottom of the 5th. There's a strike, 1-1. Ground ball to short. Underhand throw to second for 1. And that'll be the only out. 1 out on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Ava Vandernoth. 0 for 2, reached on error back in the 1st and lined out in the 5th. The Vandernoth. First pitch is low and taking off and out stealing is Volgraf, excuse me. A great swipe tag, getting the runner. Ground ball to second. Ooh, it bops up on the second baseman, but she's able to keep up with it. Make the stop in the throw for out number 3 to end the inning. So Loggerheads go down in order unconventionally here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We played 5. It's 8-2. Rodeo with the lead. This is the FGCL. Samantha White leading things off for the Rodeo here in the 6th as they're trying to add the 8-2 lead. White struck out in her first at-bat in the 4th inning. Caroline Stanton now back out for her 3rd inning of work. When 2's fouled away. Check swing, fouled away. Count remains 1-2. Called strike 3. On the outside corner, and there's one gone. So Riley Haith will now be the batter, getting her first at-bat of the day. It's quickly down the count, 0-2. Haith is 2 of 8 so far here in the league with a run scored and an RBI, has a double, and 2 walks. Fouls that one off. To the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Nobody on. Top of the 6th. It's 8-2. Rodeo with the lead. Both teams won the first 2 games here in league play and have lost their last 2. Yeah, pitch misses outside for ball 4. One out runner on first for Montgomery Henderson. 1 for 3. That one was a big one. A 3-run homer back in the 3rd inning. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Henderson fouls that one off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coming up next here on field number 2, we'll have the Snowbirds and the Squeeze at noon, or approximately 30 minutes following the conclusion of this one. Over on field 1, the Slice and the Rivermocks will be getting underway at noon. Held off on the check swing. And the count's full, 3-2. outside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks following the strikeout. Now puts runners on first and second for Sadie Armstrong. And Loggerheads had considered making a change, but now we'll stick with Caroline Stanton. First pitch is a called strike. Armstrong swings and misses. No balls and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one came low and inside. The count's now full. Stanton just trying to find that out pitch here. Gets it there. That's right in there for a called strike 3. I believe Armstrong checked her swing, but the pitch was in the zone, and there's 2 away. Madeline Miller getting her first at-bat of the day now. Fouls that first pitch off for strike 1. Miller 0 for 7 here in the league with a run scored. Has a couple of walks. Looking for a first base hit of FGCL play. Flies this one to right field. Underneath it to make the catch is Volgraf for out number 3 to end the inning. So a couple runners get on for the Rodeo, but they can't add to their lead. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. We had at the bottom of the 6th. Still 8-2. Rodeo with the lead. This is the FGCL. Caroline Santon leading things off for the Loggerheads here in the sixth. They're down 8-2 in the first pitch from Sadie Armstrong. Misses inside for ball one. Santon is 1 for 2, single in the fourth. Her pinch runner came around to score. Lifts this one to left. And the catch is made for the first out of the inning. Alexandra Cuttinelli is now the batter. Takes this one opposite way, and it will slice just foul for strike one. Cuttinelli is 1 for 2, grounded into a double play in the first and had an RBI double. Came around to score in the fourth. No balls, 2 strikes on her. High chopper to deep short. The stop is made, but no chance to get her at first. So Cuttinelli with an infield single, putting a runner on first now with 1 out. Brings up Brooke Pashota. Pashota's 0 for 2. First pitch drops in for a called strike. Bounces in, and Cuttinelli will take second on the wild pitch. Just missed a little outside. 3 balls and a strike. That's fouled back. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on first. Loggerheads trying to climb back in this one. Down 8-2. Shota. Fly ball, foul ground, left-hand side. It will get out of play. Another 3-2. One hopper to second. From the knees, the stop and the throw is in time. Route number 2. Runner moves to third. There's now 2 away. Lexi Beldowitz now the batter. 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the fourth. First pitch is right in there for a called strike. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. That foul ball, just to the left of the third base bag. Count moves to 2-2. Payoff pitch. And that's lined to left down for a base hit. Catanelli will come in to score, and that's an RBI single for Lexi Beldowitz. And it's now 8-3, Rodeo with the lead. Second RBI single of the day for Beldowitz. They'll bring up Chloe Nelson. She's 0 for 2, reach on a fielder's choice back in the fourth. That one's taken into right center field down for a base hit. Beldowitz will round second and head to third. And runners will be on the corners. The third hit of the inning for the Loggerheads. Sophie Mazzola now the batter. She's 2 for 2 with a couple singles herself so far today. First pitch misses high for ball one. One hopper to second. Nice play by Herber to make the stop and the throw for out number 3 to retire the side. Loggerheads add a run here in the sixth. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We head to the seventh, 8-3, Rodeo with the lead. This is the FGCL. Carly Meredith will lead things off for the Rodeo here in the 7th inning. Rodeo have an 8-3 lead. Caroline Stanton back out for her 4th inning of work for the Loggerheads. Meredith is 0 for 2, walked, and her pinch runner came around to score in the 5th. Game that the Rodeo grabbed the momentum and the lead in the third inning, and Loggerheads have just been trying to find a way to claw back since. That's fouled off. The Loggerheads are actually now out hitting the Rodeo 9-8 in a game they trail 8-3. Well, now the hits are even, as that's a liner over the second baseman's head into right field for the base knock. Cash Herber will run now for Meredith. And Maggie Place will be the batter. First pitch high and away for ball one. That's to the backstop. And Herber will advance on to pass ball. That one's fouled away. 2 balls and a strike. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. Payoff pitch is high for ball 4. So Place draws her 3rd walk of the day and will be pinch run for by Cameron Allen. And Caroline Glover will foul that one off. Glover, an RBI single, her first time up in the 5th inning, that hit off the very top of the fence. Ground ball to third. They'll step on the third base bag, throw to first. Dug out at first base. And the double play. Bedowitz to Lewis. That's taken into right center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third is Allen. She'll come in to score, and that's going to be an RBI double from Daniela Monaco. Her 2nd RBI of the day, and she is now 4 for 4 with a double and 3 singles. Score now 9-3 with 2 outs here in the 7th. Two another count. Taylor is 1 for 3, had a 2 RBI single in the 4th inning. And that's just foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. It's a 6-run lead here in the top of the 7th for the Rodeo. Two swung on and missed. 4 strike 3. And that will do it for the Rodeo here in the 7th inning. But they add an extra run as they get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance for the Loggerheads. It's 9-3 Rodeo. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance for the Loggerheads. 9-3 the score. Rodeo with the lead. Crazy Mazzola will lead things off. She struck out in the 4th inning, her first at bat, and takes the first pitch low for ball 1 from Sadie Armstrong. Swung on and missed. 1-1. If the score stays as it is, Carly Meredith would be the winning pitcher, and Michaela Smith would be the loser. The starters are the pitchers of record as it stands right now. 1-1 is low. 2-1. It's popped up in foul ground. It'll get out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zola again fouls that away. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2 comes in high, and the count's full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh, that's to the backstop for ball 4. Well, that's a leadoff walk for Mazzola, and that's what the Loggerheads will need. A lot of base runners here, down 6 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sophia Jin now the batter. She is 1 for 1. She singled in the 3rd, walked in the 5th. 2-0 pitch is right in there for a strike, 2-1. Two one is high, 3 balls and a strike. Jen takes that one inside for ball 4, and back-to-back walks for the Loggerheads. Turn the lineup over, and we see Morgan Volgraff stepping up. 0 for 2 with a walk, a strikeout, and a fielder's choice so far on the day. First pitch just misses for ball 1. That one's fouled away. That's back up the middle, down for a base hit. Rounding third is Mazzola. She'll come in to score. And taking an extra base on the throw are both Volgraff and Jen. So runners now on second and third off the RBI single by Morgan Volgraff. And it's now 9-4. Rodeo with the lead. Mazzola scored, Jen to third. Ava Vandernoth, at the plate, takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Vandernoth 0 for 3, reached on air in the first. Line out in the third and a ground out in the fifth. 1-0's to the backstop. Jen will break for home, and she'll come in to score. Wild pitch makes it now 9-5. Nine five. There's a strike, 2-1. That's grounded foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another base hit or base runner could make this one very interesting. We've moved the tying run to the on-deck circle for the Loggerheads. They're trying to make a last inning rally. That drops in for a called strike 3. And that's a huge first out of the inning for the Rodeo. Really good pitch by Sadie Armstrong. 1 out now for Caroline Stanton. 1 for 3, singled in the fourth. Their pinch runner came around to score. That's blooped to shallow left. Ranging back from shortstop to make the catch is Taylor. And just like that, Loggerheads down to their final out. Last chance for Sarasota is Alexander Cuttinelli. First pitch is in the dirt for ball one. Cuttinelli is 2 for 3, grounded into double play in the first, RBI double and scored in the fourth, single and scored in the sixth. And that bounces away, and that'll be another wild pitch that will allow another run to score here in the seventh. Lograf scores, and it's now 9-6. Nobody on. 2-0 the count on Cuttinelli. Soft liner caught at short by Taylor for out number 3. And that will do it. Your final score, Rodeo 9, Loggerheads 6. Here in the 7th inning, the Loggerheads get 3 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left. For the Rodeo, 9 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, and 10 left. For the Loggerheads, 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 7 runners left on base. And the starters are the pitchers of record. The winning pitcher is Michaela Smith, and Carly Meredith will take the loss. With the win, the Rodeo snap a 2-game losing streak, and they improved to 3-2 on the year. The Loggerheads have their losing streak extended. They have now lost 3 in a row. They are now 2-3 on the season. That's going to do it for this broadcast. This is the first of 3 games here on field number 2. Coming up next here on field number 2, it will be the Snowbirds taking on the Squeeze. That's coming up in approximately 20 to 30 minutes. Until then, I'm Tom Canterbury for everyone here at the FGCL. Continue to have a great day here in Bradenton.